Hi, my name is Bala Venkat Muthukaruppan. I'm a director in the engineering product operations space in AI and robotics. I'm also a resident of Needham and focused on a lot of community service and community engagement initiatives. I wanted to talk a little bit about Needham Resilience Network, another nonprofit organization that I'm part of since COVID. I think during COVID times, we started to see a lot of challenges within the community. Some of it were hate crimes and some other issues related to race and belonging. So as leaders of Needham Resilience Network, some of us came together from representing different minority communities to really talk about the challenges in the broader community and how we as leaders could come together to form creative solutions to solve some of these problems. So since I was volunteering in the Needham Council of Arts and Culture and the president of the Indian community of Needham at that time, I was asked to join NRN to be a representative to really form the framework for how we want to bring more awareness about belonging and inclusion within the community. We had about 20 leaders that came together every month since about 2 years. For the last 2 years, really working hard to brainstorm ideas and come up with creative solutions on how we can make Needham a better place for all of us and make it safe for our kids and for the community. We had representation from the Muslim community, the Hispanic community, the African American community, and other minority Asian community and other groups. We also were partnered with town officials like the healthcare department, the town police, the education officials. So we had all of these representation as well. So it was really easy for us to voice some of our concerns, bring some of the concerns from our community to these officials and sort of shed some more light into what the communities were facing. So the NRN really wanted to join hands and bring together all of us and help bring more awareness. And in the end, our goal is to have a sense of belonging and inclusion. And going forward, we're going to continue having more of these workshops and conferences within the community to educate everyone.
Bala, welcome to our studio.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Okay. So let's start with during COVID time, your commute is cut short by 2 hours and you have these 2 hours extra and you decide to use that for the community service.
During COVID, as I said, I've always worked in the greater Boston area, and I would take the train, which is like an hour ride from Needham into Boston. So when I started working from home, I got those 2 hours back. And I'm not the kind of person that sits idle, and I get a little restless when I don't have anything to do. So I decided to put some, productive work during that time that I was saving and found opportunities to volunteer in the Needham community. And when I came to Needham about a decade ago, there was not a lot of diversity in Needham. There were a few Indian families, and we would come together as a group and celebrate, our festivals. And then as the community grew, we thought, we should probably form a more formal organization. And that's how Indian Community of Needham, ICON, was born. And now.
So how old is the ICON?
I would say about 6 to 7 years now.
And how many members are there, or how many people get together for the type of events you do?
Yeah, our membership is growing every year. When we have these major events, we have around 250 to 300 people participating, and we're seeing that number grow because more and more people from our neighboring towns, Newton and Wellesley, are also interested in being part of our celebration. And yeah, we're seeing that number grow.
And what type of events you do?
We do Diwali, Holi. Last few years, we also did Garba event. And one of our major event in the town is India Day, which is celebrated for our Indian independence. And our main focus is to really showcase our culture and heritage to our community. And we try to bring everybody in and engage our youth in youth volunteerism and sort of build that community.
And now tell us about the Purple Wings. That sounds like a very exciting group.
Yeah, I think that's a very close to my heart, and I feel very excited and happy to have been part of that initiative. So during COVID, one of the things that happened, and I know a lot of people were impacted by COVID, and some people lost their jobs, and I was also one of them. I lost my job due to COVID, and at that time, that really got me thinking about finance and how that would impact my family. And prior to that, my dad always took care of the finances, and my husband after marriage took care of everything. And this was really something that I was not contributing to. And it was in the back of my mind. I always wanted to do something about it, but it just wasn't prioritized, right? And so that was something that I started to think about during COVID. And when I met a few other friends who were also in the same similar situation about, not layoffs, but also were thinking about financial literacy, we thought, why not start an organization? Because there are so many women out there who are educated, who have double master degrees and have worked for, some large companies, however, do not have the basic knowledge about finance. So that's how the Purple Wings was formed. And we've been doing this for a few years now, and we have a lot of workshop and free sessions in the community educating women on financial literacy.
And in a year, how many events you do for the Purple Wings?
So when we started in 2022, we would do, it was more of a very informal event. We would have a group, survey and say, hey, how many people can join this month or this week? And that's how we were doing it. And then when we started seeing more people interested in this, we partner with Needham Community Education, which is a broader organization in the town. And they provided a venue, a facility, partnered us with the schools, the elementary school, and they gave us the venue. And we were able to create a formal program, and that ran for 6 weeks. We had a session every week, and this was curated topics from our advisors and teachers in our organization, and we are hoping to do that every quarter.
And why the name Purple Wings?
Well, we first started to think about financial literacy for women, right? So we thought, well, what's a feminine color? Pink is already taken for breast cancer, and then the next was purple. And wings is really, giving you that freedom. Once you have that financial literacy, it's really giving you that freedom. That's how the name came out.
And how did you get involved with the teachers and parents and in Needham? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I have two boys, my 16-year-old and 9-year-old. And when we first came here, my son was in first grade, and my older one is a little bit of a quiet kid, and so I wouldn't get a lot of information when he came back from school. If I asked, he would be like, yeah, it was okay. So I felt like a bit of a disconnect with the school system, and there was an opportunity to volunteer in the PTC, which is the Parent Teacher Council, and I was able to, serve on that board for 2 years as a president, and that really, opened my eyes to, how the system works, and, how we can contribute in a meaningful way to improve some of the processes around education, and also, be a voice and bring our concerns to the education system, and have, the professionals advocate for us.
Okay. Now, let us come back to the fun part about your last name.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm from Tamil Nadu in India, and in the area that I'm from, Tirunelveli district, we don't really have a last name, family name concept. Usually we carry the father's initial in front of your name. So my name growing up was M. Bala in school. As I mentioned, I grew up all over the place, a few states in India, and then mostly my schooling was in the Middle East. And when I was in Bahrain in high school, I won this art contest, which was an international art contest by United Nations. And there was this huge interview. They wrote an article about me, and my name was published. And when my dad saw that, he was very happy for me, obviously, and very proud. But he felt that, well, if his name was there, it would be a proud moment for him to say, hey, that's my daughter. And then from then on, I thought, you know what, I'm going to change my name. And I started spelling out my last name, and I became Bala Muthukaruppan before marriage. And even after marriage, and I came to US, I did not change my name. I wanted to sort of, keep my last name. But very recently, 2 years ago, when I became a citizen, due to paperwork and everything, I did change my name to Bala Venkat, but I'm still holding on to them with the Muthukaruppan, so I can make my dad proud.
Okay. And now today you were in the local news here. And so I hope your father, dad was very proud of that.
Yes, that's very exciting for us at the Purple Wings. Boston 25 News Channel recognized our work and initiative, and they interviewed us, and it aired today in the news in the morning, and I shared that with my dad. And
now, did they pronounce his name correctly or not?
Unfortunately, no, they butchered his name, which, that's fine. It is a long name. Muthukaruppan is pretty hard to pronounce.
So say it slowly. How do you?
So it's two parts, right? Muthukaruppan. Muthu means pearl. Karuppan is black, so it's black pearl. Oh. That's what it means.
Oh,
so
what a
you
beautiful
split
name!
It,
Yeah, excellent. Okay,
yeah.
And how did the local channel pronounce it?
Muthukaruppian.
Okay,
but that's fine.
Okay. Now, also you mentioned that you moved here when you got married, and now. So your marriage was arranged marriage or love marriage?
Arranged marriage. Yes,
okay.
This was about 21 years ago. I was in Doha, Qatar, working after my college. My parents were working there, and at that time, my dad was looking for a prospective groom, and he did TamilMatrimony.com. So that was the trending thing back then. Since we were not, in India, we didn't have the traditional, the person that's trying to do the matchmaking for you. So we had to use technology. Again, technology played a huge role in my marriage as well.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's how my dad found my husband, Venkat, and we met, and we were engaged for 8 months and got married. And I came here to Boston.
So now, totally, I'm going to put you on a spot here.
Okay.
So what is the one thing your husband has taught you and you said, oh my God, he really made sense?
Okay. That's a tough one.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, after 21 years of marriage,
I'm sure you have learned at least one thing.
Yes. So he, I would say, is very calm and balanced, and so yes, I think I can be a little bit impulsive and very energetic, and I think I've learned to just kind of slow down and be a little bit more calm and collected like him. And also, he's very hardworking and disciplined. I think that's the other thing that I've learned from him is discipline and hard work.
And what you have taught him?
Oh boy, I hope I've taught him something.
Several things, hopefully.
Well, I don't know if you'll say that, but as I said, he's a very hard worker and workaholic. So what I have probably taught him is to chill a little bit and enjoy life. Take it easy.
So now let's talk about some work about your professional life and what you do and how that excites you.
Yeah, as I mentioned, my background is computer science and engineering, and I did my master's at Boston University, focusing on database security and privacy. And I've been working in different domains in the last couple of roles. The most exciting role, I would say, is when I was introduced to AI ML at a company called Data Robot about a decade ago. It's a startup, and that really excited me and opened me to many new opportunities since then. And my most recent work is in Symbotic. It is the latest technology that automates warehouse automations and makes supply chain faster and more efficient.
So for a layman, just explain the impact of AI on the layman's life. Who doesn't understand, but everybody's talking about it. So how will you explain that?
Yeah, I know AI is the new buzzword right now. And there's also that fear that AI is going to take over everybody's jobs. But let me tell you that is, far from reality. We are a couple of decades from that, right? And AI is really going to help with efficiencies and make our life a lot more easier. I will say that in terms of software development and technology, AI has really helped eliminate redundancy and tasks that are manual. And it really helps you to automate a lot of the process and makes it efficient. So that way we are freed from doing all that work, and we have a lot more time to innovate and to strategize and to come up with more creative solutions.
So now, looking at your professional work and also what you have done for the community, in all these things you are doing in your life, what role your parents have played into, teaching you or putting values in your head as a child?
Yeah, my parents have played a huge role in who I am today. And I think I've learned a lot of my values from them in being, humble, no matter how much success you achieve, to be humble and being empathetic, and also to never give up. right? To really do hard work and not really expect results, but just keep giving it all your best. And I think my dad was always like that. He is a very strong personality, and he coming from a very small village. I think he worked his way up to where he is today, and all based on sheer determination and hard work. And he's a go-getter, and I think that's exactly who I am. I'm a go-getter, and I look for opportunities where I can, grow myself as a person and to give it my full potential.
Now, you have two young sons. What you are teaching them?
I am teaching him the same values that my parents taught me, which is hard work and resilience, and be persistent, right? Never give up. And success is relative, right? Everybody has their own definition of what success means. And I know from our Indian culture, we talk about success, with titles and having a great career and making a lot of money and having all these assets. But I think it really varies. And, you need, as long as you are giving your 100%, and it doesn't matter what the outcome is, but you know that you gave it your best, and I think that's very important. And to always, keep believing in yourself, never give up, and failure is just a stepping stone to success. And also from my mom, I would say is, age is never a barrier to learn. She, though being a graduate after marriage did not work, and, focused on raising myself and my brother and sister. And when I was in high school, she wanted to, further her education, and she did her master's and became a teacher and retired as a vice principal. So I learned that, there is no, age limitation. You can always learn. And I think that's very important in this age that we need to continuously learn and improve ourselves.
Now, with your full-time job, all the volunteer work, 2 kids, do you get time to relax and chill out?
I do have a tough time prioritizing, all the different things that I'm juggling right now. And honestly, the volunteer...
I thought your husband had trained you to prioritize.
Well, I'm still learning. Okay. I will not say I'm an expert, but yes, I'm still figuring that out, because I also have a problem of taking more than what I can actually handle. Because I don't like to let go of opportunities that come my way. I really want to be able to contribute in some way or the other. I'm learning to say no more now. But I think volunteer work itself is my biggest passion, and that gives me a lot of joy in giving back to the community and seeing and being part of something bigger than myself. And otherwise, I usually also paint. I am a visual artist, and I like to draw and paint. That definitely, calms me down and keeps me grounded. And also dance. That's something that I'm passionate about. Growing up, I wanted to learn Bharatanatyam, but because we moved around so much from country to country, I never got to, I tried a few times, but never got to graduate. So currently I'm learning Bharatanatyam, classical dance.
And how many years you've been learning?
About 5 years now.
About 5 years. That's a good answer.
Again, an example of age is not a barrier, and I can, as long as I'm healthy and, I can do it, I'm going to continue learning. And my guru is Mari Shakti Muthuswami in Newton. She's a friend of mine. And most recently during COVID times, I was introduced to Bala X, and that's another form of dance that I really enjoy. I have now become a certified Bala X instructor, and I hope to, teach that to the community for fitness through dance.
So I'm so glad. This is again very stupid question I'm going to ask you. So
there's no question that's stupid.
Okay. Right? So now you are Tamilian.
Yes.
Grew up all in Middle East and here in the US. Do you still watch Bollywood movies?
Oh my God. Yes. I think, because I'm a global child.
Okay.
I'm still, Indian, very much Indian at heart. I grew up watching Bollywood and Tamil movies, and I think that's a big part of who we are as Indians, right? Watching movies, that's a huge entertainment, and that really relaxes us. So we still watch Tamil movies, and we wanted to teach Tamil to our kids. We do speak at home, but I think the best way to learn a language is through watching movies.
Sure.
And we have Friday movie Tamil night. Friday night is Tamil movie night, and also Bollywood. Because growing up, I watched a lot of Bollywood, and I speak Hindi. Being a Tamilian, I do speak Hindi, and I learned it in school as well.
That's why when you said Bali, I thought, okay, I have to ask this question. Sure.
Yes, I love Bollywood songs and to dancing.
So, your favorite? First thing, what is your favorite Tamil movie?
Oh my goodness, favorite Tamil movie. Oh gosh, okay. Let me see.
No pressure.
No pressure. Okay. Favorite Tamil movie from when I was growing up in college would be Alaippa Ide.
Okay.
Yes, that's Madhavan movie.
Okay. And what about anyone from Bollywood? Any your Oh, actors, favorite actors, actresses.
I mean, we grew up all watching Dilwale Dulhania, so obviously
Yeah,
Shah
sure.
Rukh Khan is still, a favorite. Yeah.
And any particular song in Bolix you think you like?
So
Excellent.
Bali X, I will say the first song they teach you is Chamak Chalo. So that is a very special song that we learn as an instructor to teach that song. So that's very close to me. And now Bali X has started incorporating a lot of regional languages. So there's a lot of Tamil
That's
songs.
great. I didn't know that.
Yeah, initially it was a lot of Hindi songs and Bhangra, but now we have Tamil songs like Ranjita May, and we have Umantava Telugu songs. So yeah, I think that's.
So they should change the name from Bolix to something else.
It
right?
should be something else. Yes,
Something
I need to
else,
come up
yeah.
with a creative name.
See, now we are coming back all these chilling points,
Yes,
which you
of course.
can
I mean,
do.
dance really excites me, and I think it really de-stresses me. So I'm trying to get my husband to dance, but I don't know about that.
Okay, sure. Bala, thank you so much for coming to our studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we are really looking forward to honoring you on during our annual awards gala.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you so
Excellent.
much.
Thank you so much.